Well,
Sorry, Jim Carianis also wanted to meet with them for some unusual circumstances. He wasn't able to come and meet in person, but I spoke to the secretary of Jim Carianis, and she also expressed that they don't want to let the fellow Canadians to go through this starvation and suffer. They expressed their concerns for our people who are starving here and doing the hunger strike. And also they said that they will also try to do their part to to continue their fight in the parliament and try to make the government move and and do their best that they can for our to solve or do something about take further actions to stop the killings. But right now, there has been no motion because the parliament is not in session yet. So the parliament will be in session on Monday. But I do have a statement that the hunger strike protesters have given me. I would like to stress this announcement is just for the hunger strike. The protests will continue on. This is just an announcement for the hunger strike. Good evening. Thank you for joining us today in temporarily suspending our 10-day-old fast. Years ago, a man truly loved by the people of Canada, and indeed the world, said, "The war against hunger is truly mankind's war of liberation." The man, ladies and gentlemen, was the 35th President John F. Kennedy. His words have meaning to us and resonate with the plight of our relatives. They continue to starve as the government of Sri Lanka continues to deprive them of their basic needs. They continue to face unrelenting bombing, forced detention, and unbearable human rights violations. We join this call to action in peace, and today, at the urging of a variety of leaders in our community, and with great reluctance, we might add, we have decided to temporarily suspend the hunger strike. Assured that these leaders and our political parties in the parliament will continue to seek safety for our relatives from the Sri Lankan government, we urge our Prime Minister to uphold the traditions of his predecessor in the Conservative Party, who recognized the Tamil humanitarian tragedy of 1983 and demonstrated with Canada's actual involvement rather than words. That man, Mr. Mulroney, is a man many of us have to thank, as he acted to save the Tamils. Mr. Harper, please do not let the history be written with the reality that the Canada stood by and watched the genocide of the relatives of Canadian citizens. Thank you to all the Canadians who offered support, especially the citizens of Ottawa and the medical personnel and all the law enforcement officers who cared for us. You have demonstrated how Canadians care for the fellow Canadians. Even though we temporarily suspend our hunger strike in belief that action will be taken once the Parliament recommences its business on Monday, we will stay with the rest of the protesters to meet our elected representatives on their return to Parliament. Today, as we temporarily suspend our hunger strike, we are donating food to Ottawa's food bank on behalf of our relatives in Sri Lanka who continue to die by starvation and the genocidal atrocities by the Sri Lankan government. Let our silence not become the license for Sri Lankan regime to continue to massacre Tamils. We encourage our fellow Canadians to uphold our spirit and values of human decency. Thank you. Merci beaucoup. As it's read on the uh, the letter, they will be continuing the protest along with the rest of the protesters. And this hunger strike will be temporarily suspended and allowing some time for the parliamentarians to work on issues at hand. And they believe that the parliamentarian will take action. Right now, I'll call upon our priests. Sorry, before that, I'll call upon our doctors who will receive uh, the donation for food bank from the hunger. So, on behalf of the fellow Canadians, for the food bank, the donations will be given by the Mr. Tulasigamani uh, Pushpa Akka and Yogendran Anna to Dr. Bahirajan and Dr. Ponnambalam and Dr. Vijinathan. We'll call upon our Hindu priests to come forward. Murugananda Kurukal, Sarvaloheswara Kurukal, Eganda Kurukal, Ranganatha Kurukal, and Maheswara Kurukal, and Lalitadasa Kurukal. The Hindu priests will be they will do a prayer, and followed by they'll be giving some fruit juice to officially make this temporary hunger strike to suspend the hunger strike temporarily.